I'm Hailey.
I'm Sean.
And welcome to Hailey Hates Everything.
I pick a surprise topic.
And I get high and opinionated so we can discuss it together.
So grab a snack and hang out with us for
Hailey Hates Everything. Hello, 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 and welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to season 2. It's happening. We welcome you with open arms. We're so glad that you're here and you get to hang out with us again. I have Sean here with me. Hi, Sean.
Hello.
How are you today?
Doing pretty good.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Well, we had a great last episode. If you haven't listened yet, go back to the He-Man podcast. Listen, I just want to say again, thank you to Brandon for joining us.
Thank you.
He brought a lot of educational knowledge about He-Man to our silliness. I mean, not that Brandon's not silly. He's definitely silly. But he had a lot of knowledge about it.
Yeah.
Things that we didn't know. And so I really enjoyed having a different perspective. I hope that we get more guests on the podcast in the future. I think it was really fun. So go check it out if you haven't. A note that didn't make it into that podcast was the fact that Bear McCreary does the music for Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Yeah.
And I was really so excited and blown away by that. I don't remember mentioning it in the podcast. You think that I would have because I had to listen to it like 5 times before it gets posted, you know. But Bear McCreary does the music for Outlander, which is how I know him. He also did the music for Battlestar Galactica, which Sean and I watched quite obsessively when we first started dating. He also does music for The Walking Dead. That show Foundation we haven't watched yet. He does the music for that. And also video games. Call of Duty Vanguard. There's some God of War one that's coming out that he did. Yeah, all kinds of video games and TV shows and movies. Anyway, he's fantastic at what he does. And if you haven't, I know I've mentioned this before, if you haven't gone to YouTube and watched a video of him just talking about what he does, oh my God, it's really fun to watch because he's so into it and he knows so much about it. So just to hear him talk about the instruments and the different sounds and just all of it is really, really interesting.
Oh, and Black Sails. That was it.
Black Sails,
That one had just great music and
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I was super excited when I saw that he did the music for Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Indeed.
So good everything all around. I'm really excited about that one. I hope it comes back soon. Oh, fuck, it's almost March. Oh my God, you guys, I just realized that on the air.
Yeah.
It's almost fucking March.
Is it going to be March when they're listening to this? Yes,
it
will be.
Yeah, it is. It's March.
Welcome to March.
Welcome to spring. It's right around the corner. Oh my God. How is it March? Seriously.
How's it 2022?
I don't fucking know. I still feel like we're in the, what is it called? Time portal.
Time vortex?
The show that's kind of,
Time.
what's it called though? Zone. Something zone. Twilight Zone.
There you go.
I still feel like we're kind of in the Twilight Zone. It's this sort of missing time vortex of suck, you know?
Yeah.
And we're still in it. Sorry. But yeah, I don't fucking know. How is it 2022? How is it March? Time is weird. All right, also up top, I just want to mention that starting in this season 2 of the podcast, there won't be ads anymore, which I'm actually quite excited about because I hated that I couldn't change up the ads every time. It had to be that one that we re-recorded you guys ahead of time. So it's kind of weird the way the ads work because there has to be like so many listens for you to gain the 0.15 cents that you can get per listen or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And I hated that I couldn't change it up. Well, in the total of season 1, we earned a whopping, drum roll, $4. So look, like we like doing this, we enjoy doing this, but it'd be nice if we weren't doing it completely for free, you know, just a little incentive there, because it does take a fucking lot of time.
Yeah.
A lot of time. It's a major endeavor. Anyway, My point is, we are now a listener-supported podcast, so you don't have to deal with ads. In exchange for that, we encourage you, if you feel so inclined, you can donate $1, $5, $10, whatever if you're feeling generous, you're feeling a little frisky.
For the cost of a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Buy us a Starbucks, you know? So if you feel so inclined, you can support the podcast with your dollars. You can do a monthly thing. You can do a one-time donation. You can buy us a cup of coffee. Those options are there. They'll be in the description. I know that there are bigger things in the world that totally deserve all of our money more than us. But the support is nice. It shows you care. It's very loving and thoughtful, and we totally appreciate it. If you don't have the money to spare, but you still want to do something nice, you can leave a review on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. I know Apple has reviews.
Yeah.
I don't know what all of the other ones have reviews or not.
Yeah, I forget.
But if you're capable or able, according to wherever you're listening to us from, give us a 5-star review, leave a review. Whatever you can do is really awesome, and we appreciate it. So that's a little order of business taken care of.
We got another little segment we can do on sort of these mini episodes, and these are what I like to call I don't know, a mini hate or a short hate, something like that.
We need some kind of intro. Hailey hates it.
So, I mean, Hailey, I like a life hack.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying.
Well, I saw a new type of life hack that, I don't know, maybe you haven't heard of yet.
Oh, jeez. I avoid them like the plague, so probably you haven't heard of it.
It's called a menu hack. Have you heard of menu hack?
A mini hack?
Menu hack.
A menu hack.
Yes.
Is that when you go to a restaurant and you're a total D-bag and order like something completely different than the thing on the menu? You're like, I want the pork chop, but I want potatoes instead of asparagus, and I want this different thing instead of that thing, and can I have a salad instead of soup? Like, just fucking order something else.
I saw there was a site that had some Starbucks ones where you can order like a Frappuccino with these different things, and it's comes out kind of like this, or some things like that. But this is a specific one that's McDonald's is promoting.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
And you essentially buy these different items, and then you can combine them on your own to make a
mega sandwich?
Yes, an even better item than what you would normally get. And it's called a menu hack.
So, oh God. So what are these people doing? What are they combining?
Oh, here you go. Okay. These are the official menu hacks that...
What do you mean official?
Apparently you can order these when you have the McDonald's app or something. You can order these menu hacks.
So how does that make it official? And why is it a hack if you're just buying shit and smashing it together? Why is it called a hack? It's just called buying the shit you want and then doing whatever the fuck you want with it. Presumably eating it.
I had a menu hack when I was a kid. I would get, regular cheeseburger and fries or whatever. And then I would put fries. I'd open up my cheeseburger, and then I'd put a layer of fries all side by side, parallel inside my burger. And then I'd close it back up, and I'd eat it like that. So it was...
Why?
Because you got the crunch and the extra saltiness of the fries and stuff.
You can eat the fries and still have the salt and the crunch without jamming them on a hamburger. Also, why is that called a hack? That's just called being a Slimer. I don't know. Just jamming stuff together. Slimer love to fucking eat whatever. You see him just shooting down hot dogs down that gullet? I don't know where they went. He's a ghost.
True.
But he was eating them.
Yeah.
And he was enjoying them. But you know what? He just jammed it all together. So, I just don't get why it's called a hack. I feel like if it was a real hack, it's a different way of doing something better. It should be better. Well, I guess it's... Okay, I guess it makes sense. It's a lazy person's way of doing something a different way than the way it should be done. That's a hack. Is that why they call comedians hacks? When they
Oh, yeah.
regurgitate old shit, you know? It's a lazy person's way of doing something a different way that already has a decent way of being done. All right, so put your fucking fries in a sandwich. I just don't understand why it's called that. I feel like hacks should be MacGyver type shit. Where, okay, I have a bobby pin and some scissors and a cream puff, and I need to make this telephone work, you know?
I think that's kind of like
hack.
the origin type of thing.
That's what
of
it should be.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, I used a spoon to scoop out some melons, and I called that a hack. They look like eyeballs, and you can use them in your Halloween parties. Bitch, it's already been done. There's scoops for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why did you call that a hack? That's probably a terrible example of what I'm talking about. It's not stupid enough, you know?
Yeah. In middle school, I had a lunch hack where I would open my, regular, like, sandwich that was just, like meat and cheese and bread. Mm-hmm. And then I'd layer, like, little chips in there, like Doritos or something, and close it back up.
Okay. So, two things here. Why is that called a hack? You're just jamming food together. I don't understand why that is your example of a hack. That's not a hack. That shouldn't be a hack. That's just a food preference. And all of your hacks involve layering food in a sandwich thus far, so...
Well, that's what's coming up with this McDonald stuff when you see it.
Okay, I was coming back to that. All right. Fine, show it to me. I don't think it's a hack.
Ooh, McDonald's surf plus turf. Hold on, let me scroll down. They show how to put these together. Surf and turf. So what you do here is you get a double cheeseburger and a fillet of fish. You break the double cheeseburger in half in between the patties, and then you take the top bun off the fillet of fish and you put it in between those. Boom, surf and turf.
So first, nasty. Fucking nasty. All right, a fish sandwich and a double cheeseburger, and you're going to marry those together in a big old sandwich. You're going to call it surf and turf?
It looks kind of like a Big Mac with a fillet of fish in the middle.
That is just, with the tartar sauce on, too. Like,
yep.
Nasty. Nasty. That is a shame sandwich. I don't like that at all. I just don't understand. But also, it's not a hack. It's called being Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. You just want to, like, munch on some grindage, you know? You're just like, I gotta get a sandwich in my mouth. You're just like freaking out. You gotta have it. Maybe you got major munchies.
Yeah.
I like getting high. Sometimes I get the munchies. Sometimes I don't. But I would never partake of this combination. I don't even eat fast food, you guys. Sometimes we'll go to Burgerville, but it's very rare. I don't eat fast food. And, if that's what you like, okay. But this looks nasty. And there's no fucking way.
So,
sometimes I think, ooh, you know what? A McGriddle. God.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah,
I miss that flavor profile. But I'm going to keep my integrity. I'm not going. I'm not going to have fast food if I can help it. Now, will I try to make a McGriddle at home? Fuck yeah. That's part of the fun. Make my own McGriddle. I haven't tried it yet, you guys, but guess what I want to do after I get off of here? I want to try to make a McGriddle. But listen, that's different than this abomination. This is just buying some stuff on the menu and then jamming it together because you feel like it. I don't know why that's a hack. It shouldn't be called a hack.
Hashtag McDonald's hacks.
Hashtag suck it. It's not a hack.
All right, that's the first one, surf and turf.
There's more? How many of these?
Oh, fuck yeah.
And this is not the same thing as like a secret menu or whatever. Like In-N-Out's thing.
Oh, yeah.
That I also would not call a hack, and that's different than this bullshit.
All right, you ready for the next one? Here we go. Crunchy McDouble.
No, already no.
So, once again, you're starting out with the double cheeseburger. You take the bottom off the double cheeseburger, just the bun piece. You layer in 4 chicken
You
McNuggets
guys.
and some barbecue sauce. Put it back together. Crunchy McDouble.
It's called what a kindergartner would do with his food. I just don't understand why it's called a hack. And also, if people want to buy this shit, why don't they have an actual sandwich that has the same kind of situation going on?
Well, like in this case, okay.
Here's what I would call the surf and turf. Can I rename the sandwiches? Surf and turf would be called What Has Happened to You? The crunchy double would be called Are You 6 years old? What else you got? I want to name the sandwich. Let's rename them.
Okay, all right. Next up, we got the hash brown McMuffin. You get a normal McMuffin with egg, sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. You order the hash brown. You throw that hash brown in the middle. Boom. You get the crunch. You get all that going on. It's gonna be tasty.
So,
have you done this one?
I'm just saying, this is one I can get behind.
Okay, all right.
I fucking love breakfast food. I will eat breakfast food any time of the day. I love it. Breakfast for dinner, please. Give it to me. Fucking love some crispy hash browns.
We just had breakfast for lunch today. I don't know if you guys got them around your areas, but there's this biscuit company called Mason-Dixie. They got really good like frozen biscuits you can make. Well, they got some breakfast sandwiches now too. So
indeed,
did those were tasty.
Yeah. So this one, hash brown McMuffin. I understand this one. I can get behind this one. Is it called a hack? No, it's not. But overall, I can see why this would be tasty, and I wouldn't say no to this. It's probably great. Would I call it hash brown McMuffin? That's not even trying. They're going to do surf and turf and crunchy double, but then they just call this one hash brown McMuffin because that's what it is? They had no creativity with this one. So what would I call it? McStuffin' McMuffin. How about that? Is that one good?
Yeah, that's good. Mile High McMuffin.
Well, that's not really accurate. It doesn't make it that much taller to put a fucking hash brown in it.
Ooh, throwback to old 90s commercials.
Yeah.
Spuds McMuffin.
Spuds McMuffin.
Boom. From Spuds McKenzie.
I know who fucking Spuds McKenzie.
I know you do, but
okay.
I don't know if everybody else does.
I was like, please, I know Spuds McKenzie. Don't even with me.
He was this dog who, I forget which kind of beer he drank, but, he'd get all the ladies.
Yeah, apparently the dog would get all the ladies. He had a spot over his eye. He was very cute. He's a bull terrier. But yeah, apparently he got that puss. So, just with beer.
Yeah.
Just because he had some beer around, which is very offensive on many levels. Like, I guess we shouldn't even get into it because I'll keep going on.
I'm saying Spuds McMuffin. That's
yeah. So Spuds McMuffin I can get behind, but the other two, no thanks.
You ready for the ultimate?
Jeez, if they put all of these above sandwiches together, I'm going to scream. All right, what is it?
The land, air, and sea. You get a Big Mac. You get a McChicken. You get a fillet of fish. Put them all together.
What's the air?
Chicken, because chickens fly. The McChicken.
They don't really fly. Have you ever seen a flock of chickens flying above you? I don't think so. They're kind of a land animal with wings.
Oh, that'd be a good, like humorous, what do they call it? Tribute band to Flock of Seagulls would be Flock of Chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
this
shit.
is fucked.
It looks like a fucking mess.
I mean, oh my god.
Like, I don't even know how you're going to fit this in your mouth hole.
I'm sure people will attempt it. Oh my god. So I would rename this Idiocracy. And the fact that they're calling a chicken an air animal, Nobody thought this through in the slightest. In the slightest. Also, how many calories is that? How much sodium, more importantly,
Ooh, yeah,
is that fucking thing? That is bananas.
Oh, you can get a hot and spicy McChicken too.
You have to download the app to order these, though. These abominations of the menu. Oh my God, you guys. Well, look, if anybody has tried these Frankenstein monsters of a sandwich, I want to hear about it. I want to know what you thought. Especially you freaks who like this fillet of fish smashed together. I want to know what you have to say.
I don't know, Hailey, you might have to bite the bullet and try one of these yourself.
Oh my God. I'll do it for the podcast.
Yeah.
Don't tell my doctor.
Oh, what floats your boat the most? The Spuds McMuffin?
I mean, obviously Spuds McMuffin is no challenge.
Crunchy McDouble?
I feel like Spuds McMuffin is like, yes, I'll try it for the podcast, wink wink, because I know I'm going to like that one. I mean, I'd say the fillet of fish one is the most challenging.
Yeah.
You know, if people really wanted me to suffer, that's what we'd go with.
All right.
Should I do a poll on Instagram?
I guess you could, yeah.
All right, so we'll do a poll on Instagram pretty recently here, and I will see what people say, and I'll try whatever sandwich they vote on.
There you go.
All right, people, it's in your hands. Be kind to me. But that surf and turf looks challenging.
Yeah, I don't know if the land, sea, and air is even in the running. That's a bit much.
A bit much. Also, I'm still mad about the air thing. So yeah, we'll just give people the 3 choices. Look, if you want to send in $10 as a donation to the podcast to support, I'll try that abomination of a land, air, and sea. I'll do it just for you guys, and I'll tell you what I think. So just if you can put a little note. But if anybody donates $10, I'll try that the first time. So I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, I do have this seemed like a very unique video about the McDonald's menu hacks review by a unique individual.
Oh my.
All right, that was the Cooking Goth. And
it certainly was.
We'll put a link in the show notes so you can watch his review if you like.
So the Cooking Goth, he's not cooking in this. He's just eating the land, sea, and air sandwich from McDonald's. He's in his car.
He assembled it.
He is a goth. He's got that crow makeup where it's all black and then it's all yellow around it. He went with yellow that day. Now, I thought he did a real good job on his lipstick. And that was like an orange red, by the way. And I felt like he did a good job with lining his lipstick and everything. It was I liked the color. It was very pretty. But oh my God, he got lipstick all over that sandwich when he bit into this thing. And then you could tell he got lipstick all over his hands from handling this sandwich. And then he had tried to wipe his eyes, so he had lipstick all over his face. Just like, if you're going to bite into a sandwich on a video, you got to wear a long-wear lipstick. Let that be your lesson. You can't just wear any old lipstick to honk down a sandwich on a video. Yeah. Anyway, he seemed to not like it, but then he really enjoyed it, he said. So I don't know where he's at in his life, but I don't think I'm in that same place, and I don't think I would enjoy that sandwich that much. And again, I was right. The fish is very prominent in these flavor combinations.
Yeah, I think so.
If you combine filet of fish with something, be prepared for fish. That's what you're gonna taste.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all, come on. Get your shit together. Let's help each other out. Friends don't let friends eat a land, air, and sea sandwich.
I think that's it for my
your mini hate.
Yeah.
That was enjoyable. Thank you. I enjoyed that.
You say that now until you're eating the land, sea, and air.
True.
Then you'll be like, I hate you.
Yeah, you're a fucking nightmare. I'm going to take everything in the divorce.
Things that make you go,
Ooh, wee!
What you got, Haley?
Oh man. Okay, so I don't think I've been listening to too much since I'm taking classes and have to read a lot and that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But we started watching, so we love UK-based detective dramas. So much fun. But then that gets us into just kind of detective dramas or murder mysteries or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
So on Netflix, there's this whole section of these sort of murder mysteries based on novels by an author named Harlan Coben.
Yep, that's it.
And I think he's an American author, and
Yes.
his books got sold to like a company, and they sold them to different.
Well, he has a deal with Netflix,
Oh, okay.
and he's had better sales outside the US than inside the US, and he made a deal with Netflix to do adaptations off his books, and part of that is he wanted ones in other countries, native languages and stuff like that, which included, I think, UK, French, Polish, and maybe Spain, I think.
So far we've watched the UK ones.
Yeah.
There was like 3 or 4 of those. And yeah, so the other ones are dubbed. So if you don't like reading the subtitles,
Yeah.
then that's really great. I enjoy that because if I have to read subtitles, it's hard for me to pay attention to what's actually happening
Yeah.
on the screen. So, and I need to see stuff. I'm more of a visual person.
Haley likes to see how they emote and everything with how they act. And,
Yeah, that's really
and their
important to me.
mannerisms and body language and stuff. Haley very much relates to that.
Yeah, that is what really, sells it to me. And so if I'm reading what they're saying, it's hard for me to pay attention to what's actually happening. So I like when they're dubbed. And the Mexican murder mystery, sort of Mexico, that one was
Who Killed
really
Sarah?
good. And I feel like the actors that did the dub.
I think there's another
really
season
good.
coming out too.
Okay. What was it called again?
Who Killed Sarah?
Who Killed
I
Sarah?
believe.
Yeah, that was a fun watch. I mean, definite plot holes, but it was a fun watch. So anyway, we've been watching these Harlan Coben Netflix murder mystery short series, and that's been really fun. And we're also planning a road trip. So I'm really excited about that. It'll be a nice change of scenery and gives me something to look forward to. I got a new hiking backpack. Very excited. It's a very pretty color of purple, and I look cute in it.
Definitely.
I look like a giant Dora the Explorer.
I don't think we've talked about this yet. I got an Oculus Quest 2 for Christmas birthday for myself.
Just like a VR headset thing.
Yes. Haley was very not enthused and indifferent to it at first.
Yeah, I was like, why do you need that? We got all these video games you still haven't played. Do you really need a VR headset? Like, how much can you do with that?
It's the untethered one. You don't have to have like a expensive computer to power it or anything. It doesn't have any wires, so it's really easy to get into, and it's just a lot of fun. I first introduced Haley to it with some of the demos and things where it has these hand controllers with different triggers, and you can like pick up things in the VR world and interact with them. Yeah.
That would sort of walk you through how to do these things correctly.
Yeah, and I thought she'd just go through the tutorial, easy peasy, we get on to the next thing, but it ended up being where she just loved the tutorial because all the things would like pop up on the desk, and she'd just swing with her arms and knock everything off the desk.
Yeah.
She's just swinging back and forth, just knocking shit off.
I was punching that little dirigible thing, knocking it as far as I could see. Yeah, there's some, I don't know, bananas and shit on the table. Just knocking them down.
You just pick it up and throw it.
Yeah,
she's just
destroying
swinging
it
around.
all. Just being a dick. And it was fun. It was really fun because I would never do that in real life.
And you kind of set up this designated area so you can kind of walk around a little bit and stuff, and you got some room. And we've been playing Beat Saber, which is where you have kind of like a lightsaber and you're slashing these boxes to the tunes of music and got some Lady Gaga
really
songs
fun.
and stuff.
I like when you know the song because you have a better idea about the beat and stuff. You can really get into it and feel the music more.
Yeah.
And so it makes you a little better at hitting things the right way. But they get tricky woo about it because sometimes Each box has a way you can hit it, so up, down, side to side, yada yada. Well, sometimes they'll switch it right at the last minute when you're focusing on stuff, and it makes it very difficult, some of those. But it's really fun. And these things are like full body workouts. Even these just games that you don't think about. So the other one I really like too is the drumming one. And
Yeah.
you're on the helm of a Viking ship, and the better you do at your drumming, the faster these Vikings can row your boat. You're kind of racing other boats.
It's called Ragnarok,
Yes.
and it kind of has, I don't know, some of it's like just kind of like metal music, and some of it's like a
Yeah,
like
I really like the ones that are like Celtic metal ones.
yeah, yeah,
They have a really good beat to them, and I'm feeling it. I'm decent at that. Again, though, it's like a full body workout. You're
yeah,
not moving side to side a lot, but you're drumming like a motherfucker.
yeah.
And it's so much fun. You wouldn't think it's that fun. It sounds pretty simple, but oh my God, it's so much fun. And I will say for me, like if I go play it with friends, I'm gonna have to like not wear makeup because it gets so sweaty in the goggles.
Yeah.
And the last time I played, there was like sweat dripping down my eye and out of the goggles. It gets really sweaty. You work up a sweat because you're moving around so much. It's major. And
Yeah.
the goggles do kind of press. And depending on your vision and how that makes you feel, you may not be able to do it for like a really long time.
Yeah.
The way that you might play a video game for a while, I feel like the VR, at least for me, I can't do it for an extended period of time because of the way that the stuff I focus on.
Yeah.
There's also this game that we got that's a shooter game. I'm really good at shooter games. I have a good eye for, being an assassin. But in this one, you're also dodging bullets and you're moving around. You have to move out of the way of columns and
Yeah.
walls. And it's like steady moving you down an alleyway and all this stuff. So you don't have control over like where you're moving except for dodging bullets and shooting the bad guys as they cross your path kind of thing. Anyway, my body doesn't understand where I'm at versus what I'm seeing. And I was dodging some bullets and almost twisted my ankle, busted my ass. I was able to like catch onto the couch before I really hurt myself. But that was definitely a reality check. Like, I need to be a little more careful about this. This one is intense.
Yeah.
And that was
yeah.
the easy level, so. But it is a really fun thing to play with.
And it kind of warns you when you're getting towards the outside of your guardian zone, they call it, or whatever. So
Yeah.
it tries to warn you when you're getting out there, but sometimes you're just in it and you're not really knowing what you're doing.
And if you're feeling real chill, there is one where you can go to different national parks
Oh yeah,
and just look at
that one's nice.
how gorgeous the landscape is.
Yeah,
That one's very nice.
you can look down over cliff edges and stuff without
You
having to
can
worry
throw
about.
rocks too.
Yeah, yeah.
There was there was one where you're basically at the top of this mountain, and there were some rocks you can pick up, and these ones look like dildos, and so I just grabbed them and started like throwing them in the air, and I'd throw them down the mountain. Turns out that's fossilized lightning. Who knew?
Yeah.
It looks like a dildo. So, if you ever see a rock shaped like a dildo, it might be fossilized lightning, you guys. So think about that. So yeah, that thing's fun.
No cap. Somebody tried to steal the catalytic converter off my Honda Element.
Yes.
Like,
That was a
what
thing.
the fuck? This person came at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. on a Sunday morning with a acetylene torch and tried burning off the exhaust pipes for the catalytic converter to steal it. Thankfully, they didn't look up on the internet on how to do this properly because they were doing it the wrong way. And they just ended up giving up.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Thankfully.
I mean, it threw our whole week into a tailspin because, and certainly it could have been a lot worse. I, of course, start thinking catastrophically, like Is this person coming back? Are they going to break into the house? Are they going to rape me and kill everybody? Like, what is happening here? And just the stress of everything. And Sean had to spend his entire day then, once we found out, back and forth with the insurance company, filing a police report, figuring out how to fix the car.
Yeah.
And, we're planning this road trip. We'd just gotten everything planned. And I was like, oh, fuck. Are we going to have to cancel the road trip? Are we going to have to cancel our doctor's appointment or whatever's coming up these next 2 weeks? Because you just don't know. Like, the not knowing is the really difficult part, because you can't make some kind of game plan or whatever.
Not knowing's most of the battle.
Yeah. Absolutely. So everything felt so stressful in that moment, and it ended up not being as expensive as we thought it was going to be, not taking as long as we thought it was going to be. And so that was definitely a silver lining in the whole thing. I'm glad that it was, it was frustrating. It was ridiculously unnecessary.
Yeah.
And inconvenient, but it wasn't debilitating. Like, the car didn't get totaled. Everybody's okay.
Yeah.
All of that. I'm glad that there was an outcome that was decent and not just like worse and worse and worse. But I felt like that was the start of the week for us.
Yeah.
And then it just progressively, everything started going up topsy-turvy. Like, my shower was backing up, and my exhaust fan in my bathroom is crapping out. It sounds like a jet engine. I sliced a chunk out of my hand skin, and I was bleeding everywhere. Just constant.
I got stabbed by a nail in the attic putting a security camera in, so
yeah,
to watch anybody trying to steal again.
Sean thought he might get tetanus.
Yeah, had to go get a tetanus shot.
He had to go to the doctor, and it was just a week. It was a week. And then, like, with the war starting in the Ukraine, oh my God, terrible. And, just seeing all of the awful shit, hearing about it and everything, it really affects my mental state. And so that was just another part of this layer of crappy cake of the week that just,
I don't know why everybody feels they need to kill other people in this day and time.
No. I mean, there's some people I want to strangle, but I don't do it. And on that note,
I if Putin just knew about these menu hacks, got himself a land, sea, and air.
Now, I don't think he needs anything that involves land, sea, and air, okay? We don't know. He needs to stay out of the land, out of the sea, and out of the air. Don't like the guy. He's a piece of shit. To flip switch, because that is depressing.
Yes.
I'm really excited for Outlander. Ooh, I guess that should be kind of an ooh, but here we are in no cap.
Yeah.
So excited for Outlander. It starts on March 6th. It's the 6th season. It's going to be shorty, 8 episodes, which is kind of a bummer, but what are you going to do? I'm very excited about it. And I like when a new season of Outlander comes out, I use my Outlander cookbook and I put together a little menu that is from the book and inspired by the book that season is representing. So season 6 is A Breath of Snow and Ashes. That's the book it's representing. And so I put together this tasty menu and I invited my friend over. She's going to come over and watch Outlander with us. I am making sweet tea brined fried chicken. I am making mushroom pasties. It's like a pastry with mushroom filling. And honey roasted butternut squash. Very excited about that.
Yeah, all sounds great.
Yeah. So, 1 week. We're 1 week away. And in fact, when this comes out, we're going to be like 3 days away. So, check out Outlander, you guys, on Stars.
Or if you need to catch up or start from the beginning, you can go to Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix has season 4, I think.
Yeah.
Now. So yeah, go watch it. And if you're feeling supportive, go check out my blog post in which I wear my Her Universe Outlander collection dress that just came out. I like being a Her Universe ambassador, so sometimes I get to wear something cute from them that they've sent me and talk about it on the blog. Show you pictures of it. I really enjoyed the photo shoot that we did for the dress, and I love that whole look that I put together. So if you like fashion and such, go check it out. DivineMrsDiva.com.
All right.
So yeah, please go follow us on Instagram. Go vote on that poll. Hop on over to our stories. Go have a say. Vote your opinion. Give us a follow. Reach out. If you have something to say about any of the stuff that we talk about, I would love to hear from you. You can email us. You can email me. You can DM us. Whatever works, wherever you're at. And we hope to catch you later on.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We're going to have... Our next episode will be our normal sort of... Surprise, Hailey. Here's some shit we're going to talk about to get us back in the mood of the podcast. You know, we're not totally going to a situation in which I know what's coming. So don't worry. I'll be uncomfortable next week as I await whatever topic Sean chooses. And also that one will come out while we're on our trip. So I hope that we can record some stuff and just let people know what's happening on our trip too. And we'll talk about that fun stuff as well. It's coming up. It's coming up. I'm packing already.
Yes.
All right, you guys. Well, I hate to say goodbye, but we'll be back later. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.